What's up? What's up? What's up? All right. What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the Lab After Dark. Good to see you. Good to be here. Welcome, Justin for All's group. Thanks for coming on over. Appreciate you. As always. Thank you, guys. So, yeah, let's do this, huh? And by the way, I take almost no pleasure in this. Because, and let me tell you why. Okay. So, I was on Justin's channel yesterday. We were talking, we were responding to the insanity that was and is Don Wells and his, thought process and then people that, prop him up to let him have his say. And that's all fine. I don't care. Look, do I think that giving Don Wells a platform to talk about, allegations, secondhand knowledge, just kind of conjecture. The difference is between Don and what Don is saying about others is that Don has very well admitted to the things that he's been accused of. And so it's not really, there's really no debate about it. You know what I mean? Anyway, so even that wasn't enough for me. Like I said, I went on Justin's show with Trevor and I had we had a good time talking and everything was cool. Everything was all good. I really appreciated it. It was nice. The chat was great. But I was trying to be in Daisy's chat and I directed a response at Don himself that got deleted very quickly by an overeager moderator who probably has nothing else to do. And they're like, I was the one that timed out the lab. I did it. And I'm like, who gives a shit? Like, who cares? I did it for 24. Somebody actually untimed me out. One of the mods untimed me out. Then that same person timed me back in. I didn't say anything other than I called Don Spackle Boy, whatever. And that's what he is, Spackle Boy. That's what I called him. So what? All right. I'm sorry. I just said, hey, Spackle Boy, Mary called me. And but even that wasn't enough for me to crank up my own live. And I just wasn't really, I haven't even heard all of what Don has said, and I'm going to talk about some of it tonight, but it's just like the weirdest thing. So here's where that kind of changed. And I'll show you this really quick. Okay, so if you can see right up there in the corner, up there it says hashtag Summer Wells, hashtag true crime, hashtag true crime community, hashtag Summer Wells missing at the lab, which I'm assuming is me. So but that shows up on my notifications and I'm sitting there going, oh man, like, how come, why am I tagged in it? Okay, well, I understand, I guess, why I'm tagged in it. If it was Don's channel, it's not Don's channel. I would understand it if it was directly coming from Don, even though Don was a guest on the panel, I would have understood it. This, I don't understand. Did Don ask you to tag me in it? Did he? Whatever. But guess what? Now I'm going to respond to it. And if I just so happen to do a little dragging along the way, then that's how it happens. I'm sorry. Sometimes it's therapeutic. And honestly, a farm, I've never, ever heard of a farm that I was more positive that the animals were better suited to take care of the humans than that farm over there. That's just my opinion. I've never felt that way. I just never have. I don't know why. It's weird. You imagine the animals being better? It's better for them. The animals are better off taking care of the farmers, which is. Debbie says, anybody checked on Mary? Yes, I talked to Mary today. I think I'm banned. Yeah. And once again, I've never seen a chat like that. I have never, ever, ever seen a chat operate that way where there's like 7 mods, 10 people chatting, and then 2 people who aren't mods cheering on the mods going, good job, mods. How hard? It's not, first of all, well, maybe it is hard over there. Like on our channel, it's not as hard. Like sometimes it is, sometimes it's not, but they're all just like high-fiving each other. Like, oh yeah, duh, yeah, go mods. Like there's some physical feat going on. Mods, yeah, mods. And you're just like, what the hell are you doing? Is it that important here? What are we doing? And I guess it is. I don't know. I'm not sure. Anyone check on poor little chicken? Yeah, like I'm saying, I don't know anything about the farm. I really don't. I don't know anything about her actual farm, but it's just like, but once again, I'm tagged in this beautiful live that couldn't be any more offensive if they were the ones that perpetrated the crimes themselves. The dangerous way of thinking here is blaming victims. And when somebody leads a charge like that, it's disturbing, especially. And look, maybe this is just an old fashioned way of thinking and maybe it's wrong, but like, you would think that, like, I would think that women would want to stick up for other women who have been through the same stuff. I don't think that's old fat, like when it comes to that, because women are the ones that are targeted more so than men. I always thought that you would want to get behind fellow women, fellow survivors, not go in the opposite direction and give somebody who's been accused of sticking his fist up a dog's ass a platform. But, you know, that's just an accusation. I don't know if he did that or not. But, you know, feel free to run it however you want. Anyway, I know I went a little far there, but anyway, so if, and by the way, that is an actual accusation. I don't know if it's true or not. Nothing would surprise me, but you know, I've always thought that people would stick together, you know, it's not even like male and female. It's just like survivors. And typically, you know, it's women who are the victims of this. So I find it completely shocking that a woman who claims to have had this happen to her, and by the way, you know, I don't know how you would feel about it, Daisy, if I were to put into question the trauma that you went through as a kid. I don't know if it happened or not. I wasn't there, but I have no reason to doubt you, nor do I have the right to do so. I don't have that right. I just don't. I don't like what you did yesterday. I don't like the platform that you gave him. I don't like the shit that spewed out of his mouth because, and you cheering him on, but I have no reason to dispute your trauma that you claim you went through. I have no reason to dispute it, ma'am. None. Nor do I have a right to. And that goes for you as well. You have no right. None. Stick to local color like, you know, getting porn bombed and raising, missing people that have been gone for 10 years or whatever, and somehow finding out that they're alive. It's ridiculous. You have no right to do that. Does Don have a right? I don't know. Maybe. I guess. He can do whatever he wants. And he does. But it's just it's one of the most ridiculous things ever. And Don is wanting to compare sins. That's his thing. He loves to compare sins, But the difference between what Don is accusing others of is wild conjecture based on no facts whatsoever. Plus, what does Mary's husband have to do with Summer's case? Now, I know what Don has to do with Summer's case, but I'm not sure what Mary's husband has to do with Summer's case. Maybe I could be illuminated, but I don't know. I don't know if we're going to be able to make that stretch. I don't know if you're going to be able to figure that out for me. And if somebody called Mary a liar in my chat, send them to the moon. I don't want them here. I don't want anybody that blames any victim, including Daisy. Don't say you don't believe her, even if you don't. I don't want it. I don't need it. It's not my thing. Not into it. Get rid of them, Who needs it? Who wants it? Not me. And I'm going to respond to a little bit of this crap.
And
that
my babysitter,
Dawn, is talking about. Now, I'm not going to listen to the whole thing because it's Snooze Fest 5000. But, I'm brought up in it several times. McDonough's brought up in it several times. So on and so on. But by the way, if you're victim blaming and shaming, you're not welcome here. But you can have a difference of opinion. Asking questions isn't necessarily a bad thing, but you got to understand what are the questions that I should be asking. Think about this. Would you ask those kind of questions in a public square where, you had to show your face to everybody? Probably not. I doubt not many people want to deny the Holocaust in a public square, but they sure like to do it on 4chan and Reddit under the guise of anonymity. The same way with victim shaming. It's not something that you like to do publicly where people know exactly who you are, but sometimes people break the mold, Miss Daisy being one of them. Congratulations. This is unprecedented behavior. And you're in over your head. And you're never going to out-talk me. You're never going to outsmart me. You're never going to come off looking better than me in this conversation because you're on the wrong side of it. And you know it. And it should eat at you. And you should feel bad about it. And we're going to memorialize it. And we're going to remember it. And we're going to reference it. And we're going to talk about it. Because it's wrong. In every single way, shape, and form. You're talking about survivors. And when you claim to be a survivor and then give somebody who is a known predator that stole a woman's panties in a police report so he could jerk off to them. Excuse my language, but that's what it is. There's no need to church it up. Holy crap. That's the guy that you are going to take up for. Okay, I'm with you. I'm not understanding it, but I'm with you here. I'm thinking, well, Miss Daisy, how dare you? It's weird. And I don't want to get into your personal life because I don't give one shit about your personal life. Not even a little. But I do care about what you're saying about this case when it comes to Dawn, Candace, Mary, and you know what? Fair game. Fair game. You don't want to be criticized? Get off the internet. You don't want to you don't want to be made fun of for being a flat earther. Get off the internet or don't say dumb stuff. It's one or the other. I don't know what. I'm not exactly sure what to think, but just don't. I don't know. Figure it out. Oh yeah, she can talk. I mean, here's the thing. So what she'll do is she'll be like, Josh is a scammer, Justin's a tragedy pimp, Josh is a tragedy pimp, Trevor's a this or that, and that's fine. Like, and I have accepted the fact that there are people that don't like me, will never like me, and I don't care. Not even a little. Not even a little. I like where I'm standing a lot more than where she's standing. Tons. Way more. So strap in, Miss Daisy Cow. And by the way, this whole cow thing, and inevitably somebody over there is going to go, hey, George is calling her a cow. She calls herself a cow. It's not in reference to her being fat or skinny or buff or anemic or what. It has nothing to do with any of that. What it has to do with is her avatar is a cow and she calls herself Daisy Cow. I don't know why I wouldn't do that, but be like, I wouldn't do it personally, but it just sets up a lot of stuff, Just it sets up a lot of stuff. A lot of negativity. And then when you go, oh, they called me a cow. I don't know. Is she over there right now? Let's see.
Hater on Donna Candace. You're a bull. You right off the back of Chris McDonough, who knows nothing, who's done nothing but swerve this case in one direction.
It's actually Chris McDonough, not McDonough.
And you can't take criticism. Get over it, you little crybaby. Sorry, I got to do it.
Way more.
I'm
just gonna sit here. If you're gonna stream me, then I'm just gonna sit here. And by the way, let me see. People over in Daisy's chat, come on over here. It's a lot more fun. You'll enjoy it a lot more. Daisy Cow, you're the one that tagged me. I didn't tag you. Okay. Who is she talking to? She's talking to herself, like always. You can't take any criticism. What the hell are you talking? What kind of credit? Where was I criticized? Where was I criticized at, Miss Daisy? And by the way, we have 500 more people here than you have there. That must mean that we're doing something just a little bit better than what you're doing it. So I don't want to hear about jealousy, clicks and views, blah, blah, blah. I could do this every night if I want to. I don't want to. I'd rather talk about, kicking a can down the street than you and Dawn buddying up, doing trust falls and going, Dawn, you're such a good person. Dawn's not a good person. I'm not a good person either, but he sure isn't a good person. Chris McDonough has done more in a week than you've done in your life for people. And I can guarantee that. And that is not an over exaggeration. And that's not me kissing his ass, because I've done more in a week for people than you have. What kind of work, what kind of charity work have you done? Who have you worked with and for? What victims have you advocated for? Dawn is not a victim, nor is Candace. I was the one that was reached out to by a friend of Brandy's. I spoke to Brandy. I gave this off to Chris and the Cold Case Foundation, who eventually ended up working with the Fruitland PD. And, I'm just saying, Miss Daisy, what do you want to do? You want to talk about our accomplishments or who we are helping? You're just going to sit there and stream me, which is awesome, by the way, because what happens is when you stream me, people watch and they go, you know what? That guy kind of makes sense. I kind of like him more. I like him a little more than what I'm listening to here. It makes a little bit more sense. Criticism. What kind of criticism? I'm right in the back of Chris McDonough. Right in the back of Chris McDonough. Okay, well, then you're riding the back of Summer and Rose. How's that? Two people who are probably not alive anymore. At least McDonough, you know, like at least he has a vested interest and he likes my channel. You know, which is cool. I'm glad. I like it too. You know, so whatever. What other missing person? I mean, honestly, it sounds like the farm is going to be able to find the Ark of the Covenant. Like I said the other day, she was talking about the chariots of the Egyptians in the Red Sea or Dead Sea or whatever friggin' sea you want to call it. And by the way, that's a myth. The guillotine thing's a myth. The earth is round. Biden, against popular belief, isn't the Antichrist. Trump isn't the savior. Cows, you know, produce too much methane, and you victim shame. You victim shame. You're a victim shamer. You are shaming victims, and you're allowing a predator. You're allowing a predator to come up on your channel and shame. Shame. Shame on you. Shame on you. Remember, you tagged me, Miss Daisy. You tagged me. I didn't tag you. You tagged me. You got involved. This was between me and Don. And Don has his own channel and his own media manager and his own spokespeople. And you tagged me. Remember that. Just trying to set the stage because that's what happened. You got involved. You victim shamed. You told Mary that she has no right to say what she's saying. You questioned why she didn't come out earlier. But by the way, she did. And I want your audience to know that. People over at the farm, listen closely. Mary reported it back in the day, and Don's dickhead dad shut it down. I don't give a shit if he's sick or not. Don said himself that his dad ruined his own mother's life, threatened to kick out Jeannie and Mary's mom, his wife, if they didn't toe the line. It was reported. Listen to me. It was reported. It was. But you'll just ignore that fact. Oh, they should have reported it a long time ago. Well, guess what? They did. And imagine being a child that your stepfather put a kibosh to you going to the police about your stepbrother predator, who, by the way, wears or steals women's panties to pleasure himself with. Imagine that. I can't. How demoralizing. How insignificant that would make you feel as a child. How sickening is that? And you want to attack the woman and let her abuse her on? This isn't about criticism. This isn't about me writing Chris McDonough's back, whatever. What we do a show maybe once every 2 months. I'm riding that coattail like, yeah, McDonough, let's go. Yeah. Yeah. But you know, you're Mary ain't innocent in all this, y'all. Innocent in what we're talking about? By the way, you know, I got some messed up family members too that I would love to tell you about when we're not talking about the Summer Wells case. But I just didn't think that it's an appropriate time to tell you about my third cousin who spent time in prison, you know, for being a predator. But that's exactly what happened. I just didn't think that now would be the appropriate time to talk about it. I'm just saying. Maybe we can talk about it at a different time. Dawn, if you did you report that, Dawn? Did you report any of the malfeasance that you saw? No, you didn't. But you've also, Dawn, imagine this. Imagine hearing somebody say, I've been to places where they have sold children and then also been accused by many women of SA and then telling him that he's a good person. Am I misquoting anything here? What am I missing? Am I missing something? What am I missing? Please tell me. What am I missing? I'd love to know. Been to places that they sold children? Really, Dawn? You think that's a cool thing to say? By the way, when you were asked about it before, the exact thing he said was, never in my life have I. And then he was like, I've been to places where they sell children. It's like, why? I just accidentally got there. I took a left at the liquor store and I ended up in a crack den with, you know, a bunch of people that traffic. You ever seen the movie Man on Fire with Denzel? It's just like that. I ended up in Puerto Rico. And you're like, huh? What? Why would you do that? Sick or not? Don said it himself. So now when I stream her, I'm just playing myself. That's what it is. Because she, you know, she can't do this. Why don't you just come on over here and watch, Mary or Daisy? And by the way, I think I've never struck anybody before, but I think what I'm going to do is as soon as this is done, because she's stream sniping me and I don't like that. I don't like when people play you live. I'm going to strike her channel. So enjoy that, because stream sniping me and just sitting there without commentary really pisses me off. So that's what I'm going to do. So as soon as we're done here, Miss Daisy, I'm going to strike your channel because I don't like you and I don't like your channel and I don't like what you're doing. So I don't want my stuff on your channel anymore. So I'm going to strike you as soon as we're done. I actually have the screen pulled up. I was ready to do it because I knew that you were going to do this. And I'm more than happy to hit you up with that strike. So enjoy. It's going to be fun. Can you believe Josh struck me? Yes, I can. Yes, I can. You're not just going to sit over there and play me nonstop. It's just not going to happen. I don't know, you know, you and Justin, and that might be your thing. And I would encourage Justin to do the same thing, but you're not just going to sit there and rack up views in my name. I'm going to take that whole live. Watch it. He struck me, y'all. He struck me on. I'm good at it too. I'm like, I'm fast. Ask Doug. Ask Doug. I took a 2-second clip that he used of mine and I took his whole stream down. It was nothing. It's quick, fast. It'll come right down. So enjoy that. I was ready to do it because I knew that you were going to do this. And it's not copyright disclaimer. It's not pursuant of the Copyright Act of 1976. It's not fair use. It's not criticism. It's not comment, news reporting, nor is it research. It's none of those things. So if you want to play that, well, you can do it. But guess what? I am going to file on you. So nice try. Not allowed to stream snipe. It's actually against the rules. You are stream sniping me because your channel sucks so bad that you have to use me. I'll entertain you and my crowd at the same time. Okay. And then when I'm done, I'll strike you. But, it's just not. I mean, you just piss me off. Like, why are you tagging me and then putting that scumbag up on the screen? He has his own channel. He has his own social media. What are we doing? Of course they're entertained by me. I'm an entertaining guy. My streams are pretty good. Even when I'm talking about kicking a can down the road, I enjoy, just kind of broadcasting. And typically I try not to get too far out of my lane and talk, trash about other quote unquote creators. And the only thing that Daisy creates is horse shit. Strike me back. I don't care. That's the funny thing. I'll just take it all. I don't care. Doesn't matter. I'll just cut that little part right out. Whatever little part I played of her. But she's tagging me in her stuff. I didn't tag her in anything. So, boo-hoo, Miss Daisy. Boo-hoo. And to talk about me not taking criticism, well, what the hell are you talking about? What are you talking about? I'm not taking criticism well. Aren't you? Isn't Daisy the same lady that accused Don of doing unspeakable things to his daughter? I've never done that. Never. Am I wrong on that? Can I get a confirmation? I'm pretty sure I've heard it like 7 or 8 different times, and it went on for months and months and months. Is that what happened? Gotcha. Okay, cool. Wow, what an about face. And to take an entire chat and to do that as well is something I've never seen before. That's why flat earthers exist. That's why QAnon gets traction, because of stuff like that. There's no way that you can go from that one extreme to the next without some sort of mental disorder or just flat out being a fake phony. It's impossible. It's impossible. Unless you're just a complete phony. That what you are? I've always thought you were a decently nice person and all that kind of, but I mean, to let Dawn up there to just, you want to talk about Summer's case and all that stuff, fine. Everybody's welcome to that. But Daisy, do people question you about what happened to you? I certainly would never do that. And damn anybody that would. But you're okay putting that monster, that panty snatcher up on your panel, knowing that you have stuff in common with other victims. How does that make any sense? How does that make any sense? And if you want to, feel free to, talk about me and say what bad a person I am. And yeah, it's nothing that I don't know. I really don't care about that. What I care about is the way that you're attacking a real life victim. Multiple. And by the way, you guys never address Rhonda because it doesn't fit into your little mold. Nobody wants Don's dad's house. Rhonda doesn't want it, certainly. There's a tree growing through the friggin' middle of the floor.
Not just her, him too. They were both children, Josh.
Oh, okay. So she stopped streaming me now? Well, that's good. Congratulations. They were both children, Josh. No, one was a teenager, basically an adult. And when Rhonda said he was 19 and she was 12, That's a sixth grader and somebody out of high school. Does that sound like children to you? They were both children. No, they weren't. Such a lie. It is the biggest lie. So, oh my God. It's such a lie. They were both children. They were both children. Okay. Never heard of such a thing. They were both children. Okay, well, Miss Daisy, which one was older? Who was the older one? Who's the older one, Miss Daisy? I'm curious about that. Was there who's older? Oh, she's still streaming me? Let me see here. What I care about. You imagine that? Oh, and look, it looks like she gained about 40 more listeners because she's streaming me. We do numbers, baby. It's not the way I want to. Trust me. Like I said, I could do this every night if I wanted to. I don't. I actually don't even like it. I actually dislike it. But you tagged me, I didn't tag you. Remember that. You tagged me. Sorry, I gotta change headphones. Give me a second here. Headphone change. One of them went out. It's weird. Yeah, you can hear me now. Sorry. Stream snipe. You know what? I think that's what I'm going to do from now on. So every night that Daisy's live from now on, I'm just going to stream her shows. That'll be fun. I'm going to do it every night. Might as well. I got no content. I got no content. God, can you imagine having to do that? I would literally jump from a very high spot. Probably into water, but nothing, You please don't. Trust me, I won't. I won't. Trust me. I couldn't. I couldn't put you guys through that. Plus, nobody would watch. By the end, they'd just be like, oh my God, this thing sucks. And that's why I like talking about just, I would rather have 200 people talking about something funny and interesting, or not even interesting, just funny, than hashtagging, Summer Wells, Daisy, Dawn, Candace every single night over and over and over. I've been going like 10 days in between streams, even about the Summer Wells case. That's just how it's been. I don't have that. Like, it's just, I don't have it in me to do it every night. I just don't. Not that I won't talk about it. It's just that I don't. And by the way, this stream isn't about Summer. This isn't about Summer's case. But here's my big question. Since everybody thinks that maybe for some reason that this clouds Summer's case, does that mean does that mean that when other crimes are found out by people, that they're supposed to ignore those and focus on what's at hand, or you're just supposed to walk past them. Just, the Jews didn't go back for the Nazis, did they? Yes, they absolutely did. Now, I'm not calling Don that, or am I? Yeah, and Justin porn bombed her. Nice. Justin porn bombed her. Jeez. You tagged me, Daisy. I didn't tag you. Remember that. You tagged me. I didn't tag you. I don't know why you tagged me. I don't know why all these intermediaries are being sent to talk for Dawn. Dawn, you can talk for yourself. Saying you should step away from Summer's case. Not happening. Not happening. It's just not going to happen. I don't have to do anything. You should step away from it. You've said you were like 7 times already, like 8 times. I'm not stepping away from anything. Especially, I'm not stepping away from anything. I'm not taking requests, especially from you. At all. I'm kidding. I know Justin didn't do that. I'm kidding. I know he didn't do that. Or did he? I'm just kidding. Yeah, where am I going to go? What do you want me to go? You want me to step away from Summer's case? You think you're the first person that was buddies with Dawn and Candace that have told me that? You're not. You think that's the first time I've ever gotten any hate? You're not. She's so irrelevant. She should be ashamed of herself. Fake Christian and no values. Karen Baz. I agree with that. Please, Josh, make it make sense. How can a female let an SA abuser belittle and drag the same person that he abused on your channel? It's a new one to me. And Jesse, see a cow. Appreciate that. Josh, is she allowed to stream? No, she's not. But, that's what she does because that's what she likes to do. Daisy, you're very disturbed. Gloria, thank you so much. And we got Paula Walker. Love Paula. Thank you for becoming a member too. I don't know what that was in reference to. BS, thank you so much for that super sticker. It's very kind of you. Beautiful sunflower and single mama for 5 months. Love. Lab After Dark. Thank you. Thank you. Let's see. Are we
Thing about Josh stepping away from Summer's case?
Not happening. True.
See how
it's not going to happen. I don't have to do anything.
Kirby's
you should step away from
saying that.
You've said you were like 7 times already.
See
like
how she lies? Kirby's
I'm not stepping away from anything. Especially, I'm not stepping away from anything.
No, Josh. Nobody wants you to step away.
Who is that, Christine? I'm taking requests, especially from you.
Oh, Daisy.
At all.
You got him mad.
I'm not mad. I'm perfectly calm.
He's pissed off as hell.
He pissed off as hell. Not really.
Kirby's over there lying. I've never asked Josh to step away from Summer Wells' case.
Well, it doesn't matter because I'm not going to. So then good. We're on the same page here. We're on the same page here. I don't like Dawn. Okay. That's the long and short of it. I don't like him. Okay. I don't have to like him and I don't support him. And he's not my friend. He's an asshole. He's a dickhead. And Miss Christine, honestly, what do you think of this? Do you think that it was okay for Dawn to attack her, Miss Christine? Please tell me. I would like to know if you think that that is okay. I know you have better sense than that, ma'am. I really believe that. I truly do. Is that okay? We're okay with that? I don't know. I wouldn't think so. It's called passion. You know what? I got to tell you, yeah, I was fired up. But I also, like yesterday when I talked about it, I'd kind of just let it go. And I was like, I'm not I'm really not that concerned about doing this. I'm not really that concerned about talking about it. You know, Don's whatever. Don's everything that we knew that he was and will always be. But I am curious that there's not one person over there in that chat or that watches that show that thinks that that is wrong. I've read your comments before, Miss Daisy, on your own channel, and they're brutal. I'm surprised you even have the comments on. It's quite, that's admirable, at least. Now Cher is on there. Cher's on where?
Would you say that you're good friends with Candace Bly?
Yes.
So did you honestly think that last night was going to make either your good friend Candace Bly or Don look good?
Fair is fair.
Because I know you didn't.
I take it back, Ms. Daisy. I'm not going to strike you. Play my stuff.
Because I was asked to do that very show and I wouldn't do it.
See,
Because I knew that wasn't going to make them look good, Daisy. And I know that you knew that was not going to be helpful, right?
we talked about it, me and him, and he
No, I don't
wanted
care what the wells say. I'm asking you honestly. Did you think in your heart,
Yes, she did.
your own mind, your adult grown mind, that that would make your good friend look good? Yes or no?
Probably, because I'm just like
That's a
Donna.
lie. That's a damn lie. Now also let me know,
Well, keep
because
come up here, share.
that's a
Don't-
lie. There's no, because I'm actually saying that I think you're a better person than that, Daisy.
No, you're not.
If you'd read between the lines, because I actually don't think that
He has
any
to, like,
person.
take himself.
There-
No, Cher's playing the game.
There's no way, because right away I told Don that that was not going to make him look good and it was a bad idea. He's on probation. He shouldn't be going on there threatening his sisters.
He didn't
That's
threaten
not a good look.
her.
And it didn't.
Oh, he didn't threaten her. He didn't threaten her. Oh, wow. Nice, Marie. That's extremely generous. Wow. Josh, you stand for summer. Thank you for all you do. Daisy, go do a show for the circus animals and your farm. You do not fact check Summer's case. It's very appreciated. Thank you so much. Thank you. I don't think I've ever had a super chat that big, ever.
Make Candace look good either. Because you can hear her in the background like, right, right. That didn't make any of them look good, Daisy.
No, I did.
Will you let me talk, please?
No.
Sure.
Please. I am just like Don. If somebody
That's all I need to hear. You're just like Dawn.
comes after me, I will take up for myself. He has the right to take up for himself. He
I
has
agree with that.
his side of the story. He does. He
And would
has
you
the
say
right
we
to
got a
take up-
different side last night? Did we hear anything different?
What?
Did we get a different side last night that we haven't heard before?
Dude, I could tell yesterday Cher was just pissed at Daisy. And she says that she shot Dawn down for that interview, which would have been a good call.
Yes.
Which part? Because I heard it all before.
Well, you might have, but other people had not heard about what happened to his sister.
It hasn't been said before?
It's been said 100 times.
Not that I know of. It hasn't about
Okay.
Sonia, his sister.
Yeah, it's been said before.
Well, I didn't know it. And if Don comes to me and he wants to use my platform to talk about what he wants to talk about, I will do anything I want to do on my panel, whether people get mad or not. And
Even
that's
though
just
you
not-
knew that that wouldn't make them look good and it would go against Don's probation and could possibly get him arrested
How
and
would
make
that-
your really good friend Candace Bly look even worse too?
Cher hates Candace. Cher hates Candace with a passion. Barb says Cher asked Dawn about stealing dirty underwear. Yeah, Barb, I'm with you on that. I'd like to hear that as well. Nice Marie. Yes, very, very generous. Again, Nice Marie, just like all of you are. Jesse, thank you so much. That's very... Wow, Daisy. Thanks, Daisy.
How would that get
I attribute this to Daisy.
him arrested, Sheriff? You tell me
He's
that.
on probation, double
That's-
probation. And then you allowed a platform when you knew he was going to attack his sisters. Because I knew that he was going to do that show days before he did it.
Don has done a hell of a lot worse on a platform
On your platform, I think.
than take
So
up for
do
him.
you still believe that Candace killed Summer?
Ooh.
No, ma'am.
But you used to, right?
No, I never thought. I never.
You never
she
said
did.
that? You
Shut
better
up,
be
you-
careful
No, she did.
because you're
I
on
said-
recording. Have you said multiple
never
times
said-
that you think Candace did something to that baby? Yes
Did she boot her? All right, well, whatever. Did you?
or no?
I said that I thought Candace knew what happened. to
Listen, so
Summer.
right now I know you're lying, and that's unfortunate. I was trying to get along because we both stick up for the Wells.
Here and run my show and think you're going to tell me what's up when you did nothing but turn your
I totally take back everything I said, Miss Daisy. Your show is awesome tonight.
back on them and discourage them and cut their throat. You're the reason why they look like a shit show to this day.
Oh, I thought that was McDonough. I thought that was Chris's fault. I thought that was my fault. I thought that was everybody else's fault. Apparently, Chris had his own agenda showing up there that day to do an interview that they agreed to do, showed the inside of their house, which it's not about being poor or not have money, but it's about, like, you know, having a bit of cleanliness around children.
You're just pissed off because you didn't let him come up here and do it.
Oh, this is funny.
Don't come up here on my panel acting like you know it all. They are very aware of
Shout out Cher, by the way. That's cool. Yeah, look.
what happened. So don't come up here with your bullshit. I don't want to hear it.
Well, you did.
In fact, Candace said all along that she never trusted you. And I was the one that told Don to give you a chance because he didn't want to give you a chance. Don't sit here and act like you care about Don when you cut his throat. You were friends with him. You were the one who was supposed to be his friend. There's a difference between knowing somebody at one time and not knowing them. I never knew them when I said they were, when I thought that Candace, I never said, ever have I ever said that I thought Candace killed come up, Christine. Dame, you come up here. Never once have I said that I thought Candace killed Summer.
Okay. Well, we've heard all this before. And yes, you have insinuated that and more. You've even said more than that. You have legitimately said that you believe that Dawn was doing bad things to Summer. You said that. Christine agreed with you. Christine wrote posts about it. She wrote posts about it. And this is bullshit because I don't care about you. I don't care about the people in your chat. I don't care what you think about me. I don't care what you choose to believe and don't believe. What I care about is you claiming to be a victim yourself and allowing that shithead spackle monster up there to take on his sisters and another lady that he clearly abused and admitted to. And then you say, they's just kids. Is they just kids? That what they is? They just kids? I don't think so. I don't think they's just kids. Holier than thou. That's me. Bye-bye. Thank you so much for that. Shout out Daisy. Thank you, Daisy. That's right. I am. I'm holier than thou. Why the change of mind? I don't know. Why the change of mind? I'm curious about that myself. I've always been curious about that. I've always been curious about that. Celeste gifting 5 Lab After Dark memberships. Thank you, Celeste, so much. I am holy. I'm not holier than thou. Somebody even here the other day was like, he's holier than thou. Sunflower May became a YouTube member. Well, thank you. Holier than thou. That's what I'm trying to say. It's not even like I got nothing. Like I got nothing for you. I got nothing for you at all whatsoever when it comes to like, oh, you know, I hate you guys. Look, I don't like your channel and I don't like the way you run it, but you have the right to do whatever you want within YouTube's terms of service, which, you know, I don't call for people's channels to get taken. Never. I don't do that. That's between you and YouTube. It has nothing to do with me. I don't want your channel taken. If YouTube wants your channel taken, then they'll take it. If YouTube wants my channel taken, then they'll take it. It's fine. Okay. I'm not asking for that. What I'm asking for is you to not question Mary saying that she didn't report something that she clearly did in the friggin' 70s. She did. She did. She absolutely did. And guess what? You have no right. That's all I'm talking about. The fact that you let Dawn up there dispute his hatred, like, is that on Dawn? Yeah, I think so. But I'm just surprised that a fellow survivor, and by the way, you're not the only one. I don't know if I've ever admitted this on air or not. It happened to me when I was a kid. One time, only once. And luckily I was in a position to where I never had to go back ever again. Never had to happen again, and I made sure of it. I had a lot of shit happen to me as a kid. My sister too. And guess what? I never went to the police. Ever. You know how embarrassed I was? You know how embarrassed I was? How humiliating it was? You have any idea? Oh, but you're a man. But I wasn't. I wasn't at the time. I certainly wasn't at the time. And for somebody to sit there and just degrade a fellow survivor, and that's what we are, survivors. I don't want to compare childhoods. I don't want to do any of that. I don't want to compare traumas. But I don't know that many people that have lived through struggles that I've survived. And it was one after the other for a long time. And it bleeds into my everyday life still. And I fight it. I'm imperfect. I'm not. I struggle like everybody. but you know, why are we attacking people's personal tragedies? Now I get you say, well, you know, his personal tragedy is Summer going missing. Well, you know, he's a suspect. He is a suspect in the disappearance of his daughter. He's also admitted to doing very, very foul things to his stepsister. He's confirmed it. And somehow, some way, that's just, it's okay to ask her, why, Mary, why didn't you before? Rhonda, why didn't you before? Because it's embarrassing and it's shameful and it casts just this cloak of leprosy over people, especially children. That's why children and elderly people get abused at such high rates, because they can't stick up for themselves. They can't stick up for themselves. That's why that's why there should be no statute of limitations on anything like that, because when it happens as a child, you don't want to tell people. You don't want to tell people. And it's wrong. That's just wrong. It's just a flat out wrong. And then, you know, you say to Cher, well, Cher, you're just mad because you didn't have him up on your channel. Cher's right. You made Don look like shit. Don made himself look like shit. And, you know, and then when she says you threatened, or that Don threatened Mary, he absolutely did threaten her. And as soon as you say that, you kind of say in your half faint voice, he didn't what? He didn't what, Daisy? Did he tell you what he did? Because he told Cher what he did. Mary told me what he did. I saw with my own eyes. I saw the context. He had been trying to get a hold of her for some time to spew his hate and wrath and disgusting behavior. Dynamite. I love that. Can't take the heat. Love a Scorpio. Good to see you. CKRN, super sticker. Thank you so much for that. I appreciate that. And we got Heavenly Presley became a YouTube member. Text Lady says, standing with the victims. I agree. I mean, what else are you going to do? Terry B, good to see you. Thank you so much. The earth is an imperfect sphere. I believe you, and I believe that. Josh, you're on fire. Thank you for being the voice for the voiceless and standing up for what is just and true. KP, Karen, thank you so much. Amy King, love you. I love you too. God bless you. I wish I could do more. You do more than you don't ever. Nobody is obligated to donate. There is no super sticker train. There is no Cash App running. You don't have to do anything. You just be here. If you want to just be here, just be here. That's what that, and that is doing. You know how much that does for me? Just you being here. That's all I need. Trev time. Love you, brother. Thank you for being you. Trevor, I love you too, man. I love you a lot, buddy. You're a great kid. Don't let anybody tell you anything different. And if there are people out there, Trevor, that don't think that you're not good enough for them, don't waste your time on them, because you are. You're one of the nicest young men. Mississippi Girl member for 2 months. Thank you so much. Much respect for you, Josh. Thank you, Mississippi Girl. It's always nice to have you. And Kelly O, thank you for all your support as well. I'm so glad that you're here and that that this is a place where people can come and, you know, look, I hate the fact that, you know, we go down these roads. I hate it. But it was wrong. And I think that you know that it was wrong. Actually, I'm almost positive that you know it was wrong. But you do it anyway. Because it's wrong. But, you know, you probably got the most views that you've gotten in a long time from it. And God bless you. What's that saying? What good is it for a man to gain the world and lose his soul? YouTube, not just YouTube, but social media platforms in general change people. And I've seen people change. And I was one of those people, trust me. You get caught up in, you know, people like they look to you for, and they give you support and respect, and you know, it can chemically change you in your head. Instead of being for the people and remembering why you started to do this, or why you cover a case, or whatever it is that you do. And by the way, like I've said this before, Summerwell's and Michael Vaughn are the last two child cases I'll ever do. I will never do another one. I cannot do it, because it's just, I just don't want to. It's just too much. It's just really hard. And always glad to be here, or respect. Thank you. I hate it. I'd be proud to have Josh and Trev as my sons. Well, thank you very much. You know, this whole, you know, first of all, I'll tell you this. I'm certainly not obsessed. But just like everybody else, I just ended up here. I don't know how or why or whatever. I have no clue how I ended up here. I have no idea. And I'm glad that I've met so many great people. And I just, you know, children cases, there will never be another one like this. And by the way, there will never be another Dawn Wells or Candace Wells. I've never heard of two people having 9 children between them and having 8 of them taken and 1 go missing. And then on top of that, her sister's missing. And then Daisy found her sister, but then didn't find her, which is a whole nother story. And we can talk about that another time. But I've never seen anything like it. We'll never see anything like it again. And I hope that's true, because it sucks. Thank you for being a safe place for victims. Wink at me. Thank you so much as well. Like I said, Daisy, I've been one of those people. I know YouTube can change you. I've been there. You get full of yourself. You get a big head. You just, you know, but trust me, it does nothing for you. It does nothing for me. It did nothing for me. It caused me a lot of grief that I did to myself. But you know what? Just take the advice. Take the advice. I wish somebody would have given me that advice. We're only as strong as the people that support us. Without anybody watching me, I'm nothing and nobody. That's it. It's because of the people that watch this show, or that watch me or support me or care what I'm thinking. but that doesn't make me king. It just makes me somebody who's willing to give my opinion out loud. And I had to learn that, and I'm still learning that because I've made so many mistakes along the way that I'm sorry for. It changes you. And you got to know that this isn't going to last forever. If for any of us, this is not forever. All of it is temporary. And I hope to stay friends with all of you when it's all done. It's about a little girl that went missing. Marie Newman, thank you. I appreciate that very much. Kitty of New Hampshire became a YouTube member. Thank you. Don't let it change you. That's okay. Josh, you're the best. I'm happy you came into my life. You're always there for me. I can't thank you enough. Thank you. Appreciate that.
For you.
Jinkies, you're the one that said that.
If I wasn't strong, you could
Stick up for the wells.
Said the same thing that they wanted to, let Don.
Yeah, I can't listen to it. Doesn't matter. It doesn't matter anymore. Love Pink. It's so good to see you. Love Pink, been with us from the beginning, man. Just one of the best. One of the best. I don't even know. Yeah, I don't know who any of those people are. I mean, I know who like Jimbo and Ernie is, but I don't know anything about rap, or I don't care about any of that stuff. About a little girl whose name is Summer Moon Utah Wells. She went missing June 15th, 2021, and is still missing. Yeah. Yeah. We stand with Mary and victims in general. And Daisy, from what you've shared, I'm sorry that happened to you. I truly, in all honesty, with no malice in my heart, and I'm not trying to be funny or anything, I'm sorry that happened to you. And I believe you. I absolutely do. I have no reason to dispute what you're saying. And I have no right to question it. That's between you and your God. Just think about it. Because you might see it different if you just think about it. Not my way. Don't see it my way. See it the right way. Don't panic. Lab Rat, of course. Thank you so much. Justice for Summer. Thank you guys for being here. Thank you for the super chats and the super stickers and just the generosity. Like I said, none of it is expected. It's very appreciated. Who was it that donated 5 more memberships? Forget Me Not gifted 5 lab memberships. Thank you so much. Thank you guys. Thank you for being here. Miss Daisy, take care. Miss Christine, whoever else is over there, that whole chat. See you guys.
Oh my.
I hope the world's good to you.
Damn, son, where'd you
Rosie.
find this?
You're a real one, Josh. Also best around. Rosie, thank you so much for being here. It's very kind. Thank you. I love you all.